you want to talk about that?
Yes, sure. Actually, what I would like to do is table this to amendment because there will be changes. What has happened, as I've reported to this board, is that the neighborhood purposes grant money of $2,500 that we gave to Kester Elementary School for the farmer's market did not happen. And I've been pushing for the past several months to try to get the money back. Today I received a check in the mail. I will need to go down to Dunn tomorrow in order to deliver it and have them credited to our account. So that's $2,500 that we'll have to figure out what to do with.
Okay, we're going to defer item R.
Right.
If you all look at that, we need to vote to defer 8R to our special meeting next Monday night. Do I have a motion for that, please? Second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, no. Abstention? Okay. Then R is deferred, and the reason we're having a special meeting is because we didn't have a lot of time tonight to talk about the strategic plan for next year. And I thought it was so important that we talk about what our plans are and how we're going to spend the money, because we're a city entity and we get city money. So that's why I want to have enough time for our new members to talk about it, and any community that would like to come will be right here, 6:30 next Monday night. And that will be to approve and adopt our strategic plan and our budget for the next year, and also all the items that we pulled from the consent calendar. There's an agenda over there. So it's 1 week from tonight.
At 6:30?
At 6:30. If you would all come at 6, that would be nice, but it doesn't ever happen.
And then one announcement, please, from
Yes.
8M, and that is from the Budget Advocates to remind everybody that Budget Day is coming on Saturday, June 27th at City Hall. It will be from 9 a.m. to about 12:30 or so, and then the newly elected Budget Advocates will stay an additional time to be oriented.
So representing our neighborhood council will be Howard and Raphael.
Right.
Okay,
And it's
very
open to everybody else as well, including stakeholders.
All right, we're moving on to item 10, which is committee reports, and we're going to go with land use. Ron?
At the Land Use Committee's last meeting, we approved a change in hours for Buffalo Wild Wings in the Galleria. We denied a request for Horace-Hyde Estates to remove 5 single-family homes and replace them with an apartment building. We had an open forum on mansionization, where we spent about an hour listening to testimony from people in the community for pro and con. I appointed a working group that's going to come back to this month's meeting, which is next week, Thursday the 18th, with a motion for the committee to consider to request an interim control ordinance. If that motion passes the committee, it will come back to the board at the board's July meeting. At the meeting next week, we'll hear a request for a zone change to allow a used car lot to expand into the residential zone at Lamona and Moore Park. A proposal for a new restaurant in place of Cafe Cordial. A small lot subdivision on Moore Park between Lamona and Noble, and a renovation of the shopping center in the 4500 block of Van Nuys Boulevard. And for your information, that's where Sally's restaurant is. That shopping center is applying for renovation. I see the gentleman's gone, but he complained about 242 cars on his street. I think he is lucky. Because the problem is that there are 600,000 car trips a day between the Valley and West LA. For the last 3 years, we've been pushing Metro to get us public transportation. They promised us a train, which will start running in 25 years.
From where?
We did get get them to start a bus line. There was one bus line that went to UCLA in Westwood Village. The second bus line goes through the valley and ends up at the Federal Building. It's called the Valley West Side Express, and that started running in December. Last week, I met with Karen Swift, who is Metro's new community relations rep at the Orange Line Depot on Sepulveda. And if you're familiar with that, their 1,200 car parking lot, which is virtually unused. And we talked about the possibility of having both lines that go from the valley to West LA pull into the depot there and encourage people to use that as a park and ride. The object is to get more cars off the road. The complaint from the gentleman earlier this evening, I hear that complaint no less than 7 times a week. It's always, there are too many cars on my street, move them on somebody else's street. Let's see, Department of Transportation has informed us that there will be 3 full traffic signals added on Ventura Boulevard. First one at Ventura and Columbus. These are signals with crosswalks and the whole number. Second one at Ventura and Lamona. The third one at Ventura and Calhoun. These are being funded by the Highway Safety Improvement Program. The work will start in December. There is a continental-style crosswalk scheduled for the intersection of Ventura Canyon and Ventura Boulevard. It is not yet funded. I worked with DOT this week to locate funding for it. I think we may have some funding located. And a continental-style crosswalk is the same type as you see in front of Fashion Square, where people go up to the button, they push the button. The lights flash.
That's a different definition.
Different definition. Well, the lights flash and everybody stops while the people cross the street.
We hope.
We hope, yes. There are also signals approved but not funded at Beverly Glen and Coy Road, Beverly Glen and Valley Vista, and the intersection of Valley Vista and Van Nuys is being reconfigured to add a crosswalk for people using the public walkway that goes from Valley Vista to Round Valley. So, end of report.
Thank you very much. And your next land use meeting is June 18th.
June 18th,
Right.
Thursday, next week in this room.
In this room.
6:30.
6:30.
We invite you all to come. I believe that Mr. Kuzman has a speaker card regarding 10A1 and A5. Where is this here? Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
No.
Okay. No man is above the law, and no man is below it, nor do we ask any man's permission when we require him to obey it. Obedience to the law is demanded as a right, not asked as a favor. This is a quote from Theodore Roosevelt. The chair talked about a committee, a working group committee. I read the bylaws, and the bylaws don't have any reference to working group committees, and I don't know where the standing rules are, so I don't know if there's something in there. But I attended the meeting. I asked to be on the committee, and let's say I volunteered to be on this working group. And I was told that no, if I were on the committee, then they would have to notice the meeting per the Brown Act, and we don't have time for that. Also, in regards to the Planning and Land Use Committee, there was a vision subcommittee meeting on June 4th that's on the website, but I did not receive any notification of that meeting. It has stakeholders on it, so it has to be Brown Act posted and noticed in compliance with the Brown Act. So I don't know what happened, and I don't know what's going on, but hope you guys can start correcting some of these notifications.
Thank you. Jay, do you have anything? Are all our new people up to date and?
Yeah, I got one today, and everybody has gotten information on what to do.
Okay, so you're in.
Right.
Good. All right. Thursday night, this coming Thursday night, the Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils will be meeting, the monthly meeting. And the topic will be funding issues. So Howard, I hope that you'll be there. We have a new city budget. And Herb Wesson, who is the president of the city council, is now looking into increasing our budget by $5,000 a year. And also the possibility of rolling over our funds. So that will all be reported on Thursday night, plus the general manager of the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment. Thank you. Will be speaking.
Got 5 minutes.
So she'll be speaking, and so I invite all the board members or community to come. It should be a very interesting meeting, and there's a lot of things happening now with funding in the neighborhood council. And that's this Thursday night at Sherman Oaks Hospital and the Doctors Conference. Okay,
Could I just ask,
you're going to do that in your meeting.
right, but I just wanted to tell the person, is Barry Cullis in here? Yeah, this question you had, we'll be discussing this next week at the land use meeting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I handed out the roster. I thought I had made copies of the newest one that Arlene did, and I don't know if this is the brand new one. So if you could look at this roster and make any changes to it, and then give it back to Arlene to update again. And I just want to say to the board, it is our policy, and it has always been our policy, that this roster is internal, it's just for us because it's got our home addresses on it, phone numbers, and it is not given to the public. So if any group asks for it, we do not do this. We don't give our roster, but please bring it up to date. If this is for us to be able to get in touch with you, we have to. Okay, so Michael, I think you'll have to look at, I don't think we've got your phone number on here.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so I think we're good. We're 4 minutes of 8. Wow, I don't know how we did it. So anybody on the board? Comments? All right. Then, all right, thank you.